right. Hi again, everyone. Back again for the fourth and final installment of the DPW fiscal year 24 budget overview. Again, I'm Evelyn Prim, the communications coordinator for the city, and joining me is DPW Director Kurt Motyka. And we are going to share our screen so you can see our slides for District 8. All right, the floor is yours.
Okay, thanks, Evelyn. Yep, like Evelyn said, I'm Kurt Motyka, Public Works Director, and the Public Works Director is ultimately responsible for all functions of the department, including operations and permitting, department policy, and personnel management. The Director also has direct oversight of the engineering and administrative division, water and wastewater treatment, water and sewer infrastructure projects, and District Heat. That's what we're here to talk about. The Department of Public Works related to District Heat functions includes operations and maintenance of the system, including the control room at the state heat plant, the distribution piping, supporting customers, increasing the number of users on the system, and financial management. Just an overview of the organizational chart for District Heat. Ultimately, the Office of the City Manager is in charge of the utility. Public Works utilizes our engineering division for technical support on the system. Our water and sewer divisions operate the distribution piping, and the equipment division also provides support on the technical side. And also the finance department assists with the financial management of the utility. For the budget this year, we are at $734,000. That is a $44,000 increase over last year. It's actually less than inflation, so that's good. And a lot of the there's two components to the budget. There's the fixed fee, which a lot of is primarily made up of debt service as well as staff related to the operations of the system. And also we contract with the state of Vermont to purchase the thermal energy, and they bill the city a portion of their operating costs. And that $44,000 increase is primarily related to changes in the rates from the state of Vermont. Highlights from this current fiscal year: we've conducted our second capacity rate analysis. So every customer pays a fixed fee for the fixed assets on the system, or fixed costs. So that includes, like I mentioned, the debt service and employee costs, as well as operational expenses, such as electrical and chemical treatment costs. This year, we rebuilt the heat exchanger. It's the photo on the right. There's two heat exchangers for redundancy at the city room, we call it, which is where we transfer the steam from the state of Vermont to hot water. And that began to leak this year, so we had a contractor pull that out and had it rebuilt. We're also in discussions with potential new customers, some along the Elm Street corridor, as well as one customer has expressed interest on Langdon Street. For next year, we're going to be looking at alternatives to use district heat for snow melting. There's a lot of environmental benefits to potentially being able to use the district heat system to melt snow, which would reduce trucking costs and allow us to actually treat the runoff from the snow melt. We could pipe it to the wastewater treatment plant and reduce the chlorides. We're also going to be we're looking at options for financial incentives to get new customers on the system. We will be installing a new steam control valve, just like the heat exchangers. There's a steam control valve for each heat exchanger, and one of them is not quite dialed in correctly, so we have that being rebuilt, and expect to have it in for next year. And then once again, over the past 2 years, we've done the capacity charge evaluation, looking at the peak demand for each customer, and we'll be doing that again as customers make changes to their system. Their peak demand changes, and then in turn their bill is also adjusted. Well, related to the strategic plan from City Council, really ties in with Goal 4, practice good environmental stewardship. This is a renewable heat source. The energy comes from wood chips from the state of Vermont biomass plant. And so that results in significant reduction in fossil fuel use through individual heating units. Opportunities and challenges. We do plan to allocate $20,000 in ARPA funding to incentivize new customers to connect to the system. Each time a new customer connects to the system, the overall cost for the existing customers will be reduced. We have a fixed cost to operate the system, and every time we can add one more customer to that, that reduces the overall charge. System improvements from our capacity charge analysis has led to more efficient operations in individual buildings, and that's led to additional capacity for the whole system. So that really has led us to be able to take on more customers through freeing up more availability of the system as a whole. With oil prices going up, District Heat is now competitive with fuel oil costs. So there are more interest in connecting to District Heat. And as I mentioned, we're going to be evaluating alternatives to install a snow melting system. And as some customers make efficiency improvements and reduce their fee, one thing to consider is that those other customers' fees go up, because like I said, there's a fixed total cost, and it's kind of like splitting up pieces of the pie as one slice gets bigger or smaller, the other one in turn gets bigger. And that is it.
Thank you so much, Kurt.
Okay, thank you.